what are we trying to do with that intention? Are we just wishing and setting an intention of pure unconditional love? Or is there ego attached to it, which is making us think we want to manifest that for someone else, when actually we should really turn that focus to ourselves and allow it to unfold, or whatever the situation is, for the highest good as it's meant to. Hey gorgeous souls, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me for another one of my videos today. So if you're new to the channel, then welcome. My name is Emma. I'm an award-winning life coach and mentor, law of attraction YouTuber. I'm the host of the popular podcast Spiritual Queens Badass Podcast, and I help you turn your dream life into an abundant reality through the law of attraction and spirituality. Here on this channel, we talk about all things manifestation, law of attraction, self-help, and spirituality. And I hope you're really going to enjoy not only this video, but every video here on this channel, because there is an abundance over the last 8 years. So today's video has come recently highly requested from you all, and I've definitely covered this many moons ago in other videos, but I don't think I've ever done a fully dedicated video to this topic of how to manifest for others and the collective, which I think is a fantastic topic to talk about. And I'm really excited to dive into this with you today and give you tips and tools and the best ways that you can do this. So I want to share some experiences from my own life as well of how I've experienced this and what I've done to manifest for the collective and others. So hopefully this is going to give you lots of amazing ways that you can go and do this too. So first of all, is it possible to manifest for the collective and others? Absolutely. But there always comes a kind of disclaimer with that of, as long as it's for the highest good. Yes, we can manifest for other people as long as it is for the highest good of them and for the highest good of all. There is divine protection as such in place. So if you are wanting someone you love to win the lottery, or I don't know, come into a big amount of money, for example, but it's generally not in their soul contract, or it's generally not for their highest good at that point in time, for example, to receive that, then it's not going to manifest. There is always a sense of free will. There is always a sense of divine protection from the universe. So yes, we can, as long as it's for the highest good of all and it's in that person's, I guess, soul contract aura energy to receive that, because again, there are so many things that can impact that. So if somebody has some limiting beliefs, fears, or trauma, for example, and they're not in the place to receive that desire, you can absolutely set positive intentions. You can absolutely want to manifest amazing things for them, but they also have to be in the energy of receiving. They also have to be in that place to receive. So yes, it's possible. Yes, I've done it. Yes, I've received it as well from my loved ones. So I know it's definitely possible, but also it comes down to a lot more things than just you setting an intention. And when it comes to setting collective intentions, so manifesting for the collective, which believe me, the collective needs now more than ever, and we've literally seen that over the last 2 years, you can absolutely manifest for the collective, and prayers and intentions and well wishes. Like, we need absolutely more of that with all the things we're navigating as a collective, and will continue to navigate as well. So I think there is so much power in, and amazingness in us holding a positive vision for healing for the collective, or holding a positive vision for somebody we've seen on the news, or whatever the example is. Like, intention is powerful, and good intentions and good vibes absolutely do reach that person, and they do feel it. They do feel that love. They do feel that support, as long as it's for the highest good and they're open to it as well. And I think that's really important of when I've tried to manifest for other people in the past. And again, I've always said, like, it has to come from a very detached place, because if you are wanting to manifest things for somebody, but it's actually to, I guess, benefit you, is that a selfless intention, or is that an egotistical intention of, I'm going to intend this for you because I want you to do this or this to happen because it benefits me in some way? So I feel like collective and other intentions need to be selfless first and foremost. And I feel like it needs to come from a detached place of, I want the best for this person, whatever is for the highest good, and allow that to unfold. So Yes, disclaimer comes with it, but it's absolutely possible. And especially with the collective, it's a really great way to raise the vibration of the planet and raise the vibration and help other people feel supported and feel good. But they have to be open to it. And when someone is not open to it, obviously some things can come down, whether it's you're intending that they feel more love or support, like things like that can definitely manifest for them. But say you were wanting to manifest like an opportunity for them or something, and they just physically were not open to receiving that and blocking off that support and blocking off that energy. We can't force somebody to be open to that. You can't force somebody to be in that place to receive or be in that place to take action. So I feel like when people come to me and say, I really want to manifest for other people, I always turn the focus onto them, first of all, to make sure and see where that intention is coming from. Because a lot of the time what I see, and this isn't a judgment, like there's no right or wrong with this at the end of the day, but what I see a lot of the time is people wanting to manifest for other people because they want behavior to change, or they want something to be different. They want a situation to be different. And the thing is you cannot mess with that at the end of the day. So you can set an intention for yourself in that situation. So let me break this down. If you were saying, I want to help somebody, like say you had a friend who's going through a really tough time, and you're like, I really want her to just feel happy and feel at peace and just feel love and like really feel in a good place right now. Like that is fine. We want those intentions. Those are good. Those are selfless. And those are very detached intentions. If you were, say for the same friend, setting an intention of her to get a certain job for a certain purpose, maybe she could move closer to you, or I don't know what the situation could be. So you're setting that intention of her getting a better paid job closer to you, even though she doesn't want that, and she said that because it's going to move her closer to you, then those are the types of intentions. That's a rubbish example, but that's the kind of intention that I would say is probably not a great intention to set. And I would focus the attention onto you first and foremost to see why you need to set that intention for that person and why you're feeling you want that person to have that thing, if it's not a selfless intention, of course. And turn the manifestation back on yourself. So be, okay, if I am wanting my friend to live closer to me and I'm wanting her to get that job, even though I'm not sure she wants that job, what is it I'm seeking? Is it I'm seeking more meaningful friendships here? Is it meaning that you're seeking more meaningful connections day to day, and you think that that friend moving closer and that manifestation is going to give you that, but really the answers and the secret is within yourself. So I think it's interesting and definitely important to look at that side of things first, because then you know whether your intention is coming from a pure unconditional love space of detachment, of selflessness, rather than saying, well, I want to manifest this for someone because it's going to benefit me in some way. I want to manifest this for someone because they're not helping themselves. I want to manifest this for someone because I feel like that's going to improve our relationship, or I want to manifest this for someone because they can't see what they want, but I do. We have to let people go at their own pace. The famous saying is, you can take a horse to water, or you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink it. And I have learned that massively throughout my life. And I think it's so important when we look at setting intentions for the collective or for people we know, is realizing, what are we trying to do with that intention? Are we just wishing and setting an intention of pure unconditional love, or is there ego attached to it, which is making us think we want to manifest that for someone else, when actually we should really turn that focus to ourselves and allow it to unfold, or whatever the situation is, for the highest good as it's meant to. So do things like that, because manifesting together as a small intimate group with like your spiritual besties is such a great thing to do, because it gets you expressing gratitude, and we share all sorts in there. It's not just intentions and holding the vision for one another. Like I said, we share gratitude, we share random daily stuff, funny stuff, like we literally just share whatever's on our mind. So there is obviously more that goes into that, but it's always a positive container. It's always a supportive, like unconditionally supportive container. So when you have that, it's magical, because as you can tell by the examples I've given, it really does work. And again, it works because we're open to it. It works because those things are clearly in, in our destiny, in our soul contracts, it's for the highest good. Those things have manifested. And I think as well, a really important thing to say when you're setting intentions for other people or the collective is this or something better for the highest good of all. Because again, you don't want to say, well, I really want my friend to get this job and I know she really wants it. And actually that job's going to make her miserable. Like, you want her to manifest a job that's going to make her feel happy with amazing, positive people who are going to give her the money she deserves, right? So you want to say this or something better for the highest good of all, because then you leave it open to the universe. You're not controlling it. You're not trying to force something onto someone that's just not meant for them. You are, setting that intention selflessly, and you're allowing the universe to bring that pure positive intention to them as it's meant to, as what is for their highest good, and in a way that is going to feel right to them. So that would be my number one piece of advice, is this or something better for the highest good of all. Abundance groups are always a fantastic thing to do as well, that you can start up with your spiritual queen besties. And essentially for the collective, and a really good example of this actually is something that happened the other day when I was in Cornwall. When we were at St. Nectan's Glen, there's like a guest book you would call it, but I think it was more of an intention book in the meditation room. And I was just gonna literally like write some stuff that came to me and just like, nice little positive quote. And then I saw I was going to fill this in when we first went there, but we went on the walk and I was hungry. So we came back afterwards, and then a couple had filled it out since then. And they wrote this story, which literally had me crying, on their journey of infertility and wanting to manifest a baby. And I thought, oh my God, like I cannot ignore this, like this couple. And I could just I'm very empathic at the best of times. So I feel it. And I was like really emotional because I could feel that how much they wanted this, how much pain that it was also, causing. And I was like, oh my God, these people deserve this baby more than anything. So actually, instead of just writing some positive words for everybody, I was like, I am intending for the highest good of all that this couple above, and I wrote this in the book, are going to manifest this baby, and that it does come to them because they're going to make amazing parents. And for me, that was like, I'm manifesting for them because that is what I wanted to do, right? So we can set intentions like that. And I think that was the perfect example to do that, instead of setting, and obviously I set a collective intention as well of like people who come to this place or people who read this are going to experience joy and happiness, like of course all of that. But I thought actually I want to focus this more on this couple because I felt so cool too, and I thought like this is a good thing that I can do to help them bring their vision into reality for the highest good. So things like that are a great opportunity to do. And whether you see a story online, whether you see a story on the news, whether you hear about a person or a situation from somebody you can of course set positive intentions for people, of course, even if you don't know them. And again, this was something better for the highest good of all, always important to say, and having that detached outcome. But as long as you're setting a pure intention and a selfless intention, like that's all that matters. And I think it's a really nice thing to do. It does absolutely work. And the more that we all do it, it builds that momentum, right? It builds that container and catalyst for really positive, amazing things to happen, as long as the person's open to it, as long as it's for the highest good. So setting an intention for somebody else looks very simple. Like I said, you want to say this or something better for the highest good of all, but you just set an intention as you would for yourself. Maybe you think it, maybe you send it from your heart center, maybe you write it down. There's lots of ways you can do it. Again, in our abundance group, we do things like voice notes, write things. There's a whole abundance of different ways we do things in there. So there's lots of different things and different ways to ask, as you know, and all of them do work with collective intentions and, for other people as well, intentions. So I think setting intentions for the collective and other people is a really nice thing to do. And now we've covered the why do we want to set the intention, I want to share some experiences of how this has played out for me. So if you've joined my free manifestation challenge or any of my challenges recently, you will have seen that I've been speaking a little bit about abundance groups, where I have a little WhatsApp group with my closest besties, a couple of us, where we share positive intentions, we hold the vision for one another, we share gratitude in there, we share happiness, and we hold the vision for one another. This is a great example, a prime example of how you can manifest for other people, and how I I have experienced that in my life. You know, having those, you know, amazing friends around me who are holding that space, who are like saying, Emma, I see it. And obviously I'm doing the same for them. I'm like, oh my God, this is so gonna happen. I can see it. And like, you know, with sending positive energy out to that selflessly, and with that pure intention, I have seen manifestations come into my life, and I have been kind of blown away by it, because I joke with Hannah that she has manifested one of my biggest manifestations over the last few years. And I definitely set the intention. Oh my God, the intention was absolutely there for this. I think I was just very relaxed and very detached and was like, meh, I'm in a good space. Like, what will be, right? Like, I'm not gonna put too much energy towards that. Whereas Hannah definitely was. And she was putting lots of positive intentions, and literally at the very next day, so to give you a story of this, on Valentine's Day last year, she sent me a massive Baby Yoda toy. I'm obsessed with The Mandalorian and Baby Yoda and Star Wars, so yeah. And we always call her Baby Yoda because she is literally Baby Yoda in human form. And she sent me this massive Baby Yoda toy, which I still have on my bed every single day. And she thought it was meant to be a little one, but it was absolutely humongous. You've probably seen it on my Instagram. It is humongous. And in there, it's from Build a Bear Factory. You could set an intention. There's like a little heart that you can put in them, and you like set intentions and stuff. And she set an intention, but she never told me what it was until later on. The very next day of receiving that, Baby Yoda. On the day I received Baby Yoda, Luna, my puppy, was born. And obviously I wouldn't know that until a couple weeks later, 6 weeks later. So she was born on the day I received Baby Yoda, which absolutely was part of that intention she had set. And then the very next day, the day after Valentine's Day, was when I essentially got that manifestation that she had intended. So super quick manifestation there, although I didn't consciously know that that was happening with those two things at that time. Looking back, I'm like, how wild is that obviously that intention had been set for a while. Obviously the group had, you know, obviously like we'd held the positive vision, but how funny that she'd sent that Baby Yoda, put that intention, put that love, put that, you know, her intention in there. And she told me what the intention was a few months ago actually. And I was like, how wild is that absolutely works. And obviously I had that Baby Yoda in my bed every night. So I'm not ashamed to say that he sits on my bed. So yeah, like it's crazy. Like I had that intention around me. I had no idea that intention was in Baby Yoda. I was just obviously enjoying the fact I had a gigantic Baby Yoda, completely detached, completely unaware of the blessings that were going to come into my life. And that is a really great example. And another thing as well, with my abundance group is, you know, very often like we're all in the same kind of sphere. So we'll say like, oh my God, I'm holding the vision for you to get loads of amazing positive results from this course you're doing, or whatever, whether it's their business, their personal life. We hold those positive intentions, and it's been amazing to see all of us hit our goals, or all of us hit and have that positivity and momentum and just pure love from one another to just cheerlead each other on. Like I feel like cheerleading each other on is such a positive thing to do anyway, but I feel like it's great when we're looking at it in the sense of manifesting for others, because it helps. Like sometimes it can feel lonely in the manifestation sphere when you're setting intentions and maybe you don't have friends who are like-minded, so you don't have people who are gonna, you know, cheerlead you and be like, woo, you've got this, or like you're like, oh my God, like this is so gonna manifest for you. So I feel like abundance groups are a fantastic way to manifest for each other. If you have a few, and do keep them intimate, don't have a massive group full of like 20 people, because the energy can get very impacted. And I've spoken about this of why you shouldn't share your manifestations as well. So that video ties into this greatly. Another great way, and another thing that I've started doing in the last year, is when I have containers or courses, as well, especially courses that I do in my intakes, it's been really important to me to also set positive intentions for the course, for what you guys are going to experience during that course, during our time together. And also I create my manifestation wall, as you would have seen if you follow me on Instagram. So I've recently been doing this for Attract, Alignment, Abundance, my new 21-day manifestation course, which starts on the 6th of June. And on that, on my office wall, so literally here, you can't see it, but on my office wall, I've got every single person's name that has signed up to the course. And I've started doing this because I spoke about this on my podcast a little while ago about intentional living and intentions. And I really found that when I took the time to be intentional with not only the course creation and the intention for the course and the intention for every queen that does the course, but also seeing the physical names, it allows me to obviously like give more gratitude and be like, wow, thank you to everyone who's going to be joining me. This is awesome. But also it allows me to set intentions. So every single person that joins, well, I'll use this last course as an example because that's the most recent one I've done, but every single person that has joined that course, I've set positive intentions for the highest good for, of like, I really hope they're going to get this. I tune in and I'm like, what is it they're going to need? I really hope this course, I know this course is going to help them to get that. So every single person or every single thing that you do, whether it's the membership, whether it's a course, like I set these positive intentions because I want you guys to get the best results and all the amazingness out of it. But it brings me joy to do that because then I can connect more to every single person who has signed up and express gratitude and be like, thank you for signing up, like, thank you. But also as well, it allows me to be like, I'm going to set this intention for this person for the highest good of all. I tune into it, tune into what I really feel they need and set that intention, because what is the worst that can happen from that? Because I want that person who has signed up to that course or signed up to whatever to experience joy, to experience abundance, to manifest their dreams. Like I want that for you guys more than anything. So I always set positive intentions as well, just because I feel like it really helps. And the manifestation wall is a great container. It's a great energy. And like when I'm sat here at my desk working, like I'm able to look at it and like get excited and be like, wow, I'm going to work with all these amazing queens and I'm setting those positive intentions. I'm going to be able to do that. So instead of just numbers, instead of just emails, instead of just a list of names of who signed up to the course, it makes this so much more real to me, and it makes it so much more able to do this intention setting and able to express gratitude. So for me, it's something that I choose to do. It's something that brings me a lot of joy to do, and I know you guys love seeing it on my stories as well, seeing your names appear on the wall, and all of them are in a heart shape as well, and a heart shape is very intentional as well of me. I didn't just want like, a standard sticky note. I wanted heart shapes because again, it's setting the intention of love, it's setting the intention of alignment, which is part of the course, of course. So for me, that has been a great thing that I've introduced this year, over the last year, and I will continue to do because it really helps me to really connect to everybody on that course, which I really want to do more than anything, and also set positive intentions for all you guys as well. I want to know your experiences with this. Has any of your friends or loved ones manifested anything for you? Do you feel that that's happened in your life, or have you manifested anything for your loved ones or the collective? Let me know in the comments because I would love to hear your stories. And I think it's always really nice when we can do those things because it's giving back essentially. It's saying we have this knowledge, we have this awareness, and we can help other people as well for the highest good, of course. And I feel like putting intentions out there or sending somebody love or positive vibes or support or healing, whatever it is, like there is nothing bad that can come from that as long as it's a pure intention. Just disclaimer there. We need more of that in this world, right? And I don't think there's ever enough love that can be sent to people, sent to the collective, or that can be experienced. And like even when I've when my nan passed away in February, and obviously I said on my Instagram, like that's why I'm a bit quiet and I had COVID at the time, like so many people sent so much love and healing and positive vibes and Reiki, and like I really appreciate that because I'm like, do you know what? Thank you. Like you've taken the time out of your day to send me a lovely message, to support me. Like most of you like don't know me unless we've spoken online. And it's just a really nice thing to do. And I feel like I felt really held and supported in that time. And if we can do that for other people, then why wouldn't we do that? Like, when you have that ability, when you have the intention, when you have the pure heart, like why wouldn't you do that? So it's a really good thing to do. I love manifesting for the collective and for others in my life. I think we should all do it more. And hopefully this video has given you some top tips and tools on how to do that. And yeah, like how you can start doing that moving forwards and holding the space for your loved ones and best friends too. So thank you so much guys for watching. I appreciate all your views and likes. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, because I would love to see you again soon. Don't forget to leave me a comment in the comments box down below, because I replied to them all. And don't forget you can join my free Law of Attraction support group over on Facebook, where you can join myself and other like-minded souls where we talk all things Law of Attraction and spirituality. I hope you have a fantastic week, whatever you are up to, and I will see you all in my next video, which will be next week. Lots of love.